This is the nigga that died. We're on the fourth video of the series, and now we're on the unthinkable proof. And as you can see, we're making progress, guys. We're making progress. We got a couple more videos left. We're halfway. While we're at it, mind your language. Pay attention to the cues. Whenever motherfucking Zulu is being spoken. So, jumping into this, the unthinkable proof. I'm going to be reading an extract from Life's Work test results called Why the Fuck? Why the fuck? So the point here is being able to actually just say, how did I get to a point where a person considers, hang on, I'm going to prove that I'm the creator of life. Insane. So it's unthinkable. There's people who come up with theories and this and that about formula of everything, formula of this, theory of that, but this is as a crazy feat to prove that you are the creator of life. So what I'm going to jump into here, because this happened in real motherfucking life, I want to show you my email account. Here we go, Life's Work test results. Again, jump into the document that was downloaded with Love and Kindness, Jesus and the Money Game Christ. This was published in 2018, just so you can see. So let's read this document. Alright, so we're in the second section now of Life's Work test results. Why the fuck? And here we are, and I'm just going to read, or basically talk over this point, and I don't want to read and take too long on this issue. The point here is that Might applied Prince Sipo to create an invention that was worth 19 million rand per annum per mine. And the purpose behind this invention is to create skills implement that don't disrupt or interrupt business processes, normal day activities. It says simply it improves a worker's capability to deliver on business targets. In the context of doing that, what led me to a point, and this is why it's called Might Hold Down to Earth, was that in the process of doing that, my collaborators got into agreements with me, and I found out that they had no intention of honoring those agreements. So Mike concluded it was because his investor colleagues swear falsely. So swearing falsely is being able to make an oath, but being false in the deed. So the passion of the Might, the response to this, in attempt to get some respect, Might attempted to apply SIPO to the stakeholders rather than creating valuable inventions. Might had to demonstrate that he was not just a black kid from Johannesburg. Might did the unthinkable. Might set out a comprehensive proof of how and why he is the creator of life on Earth. So he did this by demonstrating that his creative process SIPO is what was used to create the natural world, and furthermore used to produce one of mankind's most popular and misinterpreted books, the Holy Bible. So this is crazy. So it's like saying, okay, fine, you guys don't fuck with SIPO, right? Well, principle of SIPO was used to create the Bible itself. So this is crazy. And then furthermore, I think when I'm just going to go into the last comment here, is basically, the last comment that I'm making here is basically, then I introduce what I call commercial Zulu, which is a language that's already in existence. So it's basically how African Americans speak. And the principle behind this was to demonstrate or illustrate to the people that, since you guys, right, let me jump into it. Since you guys know how to swear falsely, I can also swear falsely. I speak motherfucking Zulu, nigga. At least what I say, I mean what I say. You, on the other hand, don't mean what you say. You know what I mean? You can speak in all the professional jargon that you want, but what you are saying is more profane than what I would say in my motherfucking Zulu language. So this was the principle. So I'll go through the points real quick, right? go to the point. Point number one that I'm trying to make here, right? Might commercial endeavor suffered because stakeholders made agreements with him that they had no intention of honoring, right? So this is what's called swearing falsely. Second point that I'm going to make now is that in response to the stakeholders who would swear falsely might have to formalize a commercial Zulu language to escape being accused of swearing. So here's the principle again that I'm trying to make. The dramatic irony that was being demonstrated is that who's swearing? You're the one that's saying what is not. I'm the one that means what I say. You can use your formal jargon. I can speak like a nigger. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's swearing. So that was the dramatic irony. How I did this was basically saying the principle behind the Zulu language is that whenever I speak in Zulu, for example, I'll use a word in principle. And how I use the word gives the meaning. How I use the word and when I use the word gives the meaning. So this is the same with the African Americans. Is that when a nigga is out there saying, oh, these motherfuckers, man. Now, depending on how I say these motherfuckers, man, could give you the meaning. I could mean it in a good way, I could mean it in a bad way. And that's what I would do when I put the language in its written context so that people could understand. Am I illustrating or am I demonstrating? Do I mean it in a literal sense or what's going on? And you could discern from the context of the writings what I was saying. So that was the whole point of the unthinkable proof, that it was accompanied with the commercial Zulu language, which I would call motherfucking Zulu. That's why I put the cue up here, mind your language. So this is quite crazy, right? This is quite crazy. Jumping into it, I want to just spend the last couple of minutes basically elaborating on the proof, the unthinkable proof. So the unthinkable proof basically had two angles. I took SIPO and I used SIPO to derive communication references. So there's three contexts and there's three levels of communication. So when you put those together, you have 9 communication references. And this, if you apply this to the format and the structure of the Bible, you find that it's consistent. So that was the theory. So I actually created a tool and I encourage people to come and pay attention and say, look, test it out for yourself. Chapter 1 of the Bible is this. You could basically go to any book of the Bible and punch in the chapter number of the Bible and you'll be able to understand what the communication reference of the particular chapter is. Sounds like a lot of work. Secondly, I took SIPO again and I used it basically to fabricate what is called the Zulu pin code. So it's basically being able to derive from a person's date of birth what their temperament is. So this is what happened. So again, just going back to this. So again, there was a tool that was created called the Work Watch that was able to be downloaded and people could test. Put in your date of birth, put in your age, put in your time, and you'll be able to make conclusions about what type of temperament you are and be able to test it for yourself. So what I did was basically more than just propose a theory. What I did was apply the principle to create tools that you could go and test to verify whether the principle was correct. And that was basically how I set out to do the unthinkable proof. So remember, this is just going through life's work test results. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the content itself. The content itself, I'll find a chance to publish and to be able to explain, but not on this platform. But yeah, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's call it. The next video now, we're going to death itself.